In the late 19th century, social forces like rapid industrialization, increased immigration, the rise of the corporation and capital markets, the migration of workers in rural locales to cities sent American society into a state of general confusion and bewilderment. The job of explaining America to itself during this time of rapid transformation and disorientation fell to the burgeoning print industries. More Americans were reading than ever before, and the magazine market grew rapidly during these years as magazines became affordable for middle class readers and reform minded, muckraking articles generated increased public interest in what magazines had to offer. By the 1890s, some magazines had reached a circulation as high as 250,000. The market grew from 3,500 magazines published in 1885 to 5,100 by 1895. Kathy Robert Ford and Catherine A. Foss examined American journalism at the height of the golden age of magazines in order to discover what Americans understood to be an appropriate news article. They examined how particular social forces and values of the era shaped these understandings. Print culture expanded rapidly during this period of social, political, and economic change. The content, the content of print journalism became the subject of sustained discussion among workers and observers of the print marketplace. The authors answered the call of James Carey's 1974 article, The Problem of Journalism in History. Carey encouraged historians of journalism to acknowledge the cultural history of journalism. Carey was particularly interested in recovering the historical consciousness of interpretation of reality, which he claimed was embodied in the printed report. Robert Ford and Foss reflect what Americans took reality to be and what they understood an appropriate report of the world should be. Amanda Hinton, The Magazine Revolution 1880 to 1820s, examines the growth of the magazines in the United States. Many factors that made magazines less expensive and more available to the general public allowed magazine industry and journalism as a profession to grow. Hinton looks at the diverse array of magazines covering subject matter ranging from general interest, politics, foreign affairs, social issues, farming, finance, religion, and family life, as well as science, medicine, and health. Most importantly, for my purposes, she looks at magazines that made the muckrakers. With a single issue in January of 1903, McClure's magazines discovered a formula that would change journalism. It became known as muckraking. This issue contained the first installments of Ida Tarbell's History of Standard Oil, Lincoln Steffen's Shame of the Cities, and Ray Standard Baker's series on labor unions, labor leaders, and the rackets. All three would run regularly for the next 2 years.